Before carrying out a basic overhaul, always empty the fuel tank completely. To replace the hammer piston guide seals, place the machine on a basin and remove the 4 breaker housing screws. Allow the oil from the impact mechanism to drain off into the basin. Remove the breaker housing. Pull out the hammer piston together with the piston guide. Remove the guide from the piston. Take off the support ring. Remove the scraper ring. Remove the lock ring. Press out the speed seal. Remove the O-ring. Clean the piston guide before assembly and always replace with new seals. Fit a new O-ring. Ensure that it's correctly seated in the groove. Fit a new speed seal with the internal grooves facing down. Fit a new lock ring. Ensure that it's correctly seated in the groove. Fit a new scraper ring. Ensure that it's correctly seated in the groove. Fit the guide into the piston. Fit a new support ring. Push the hammer piston and guide into the cylinder. Fit a new gasket. Lubricate the threads of the breaker housing screws. Fit the breaker housing to the hammer cylinder. Tighten the 4 screws using a torque wrench set to 20 Newton meters or 14.7 foot-pounds. Refill the machine with impact oil. To replace the starter rope and spring, remove the starter cover. Pull out the rope and fit it in the notch in the pulley wheel. Release the tension on the starter spring. Remove the rope from the handle. Remove the locking spring. Lift off the washer. Remove the pulley wheel from the starter cover and remove the rope. Note, always wear protective glasses and gloves when dismantling or reassembling the starter spring. Wind off the starter spring. Locate the new starter spring over the pulley wheel. Fit the hook of the spring in the notch and press the starter spring into the pulley wheel. Fit a new rope to the pulley wheel. Thread the rope through the cover, leaving 500 millimeters or 19.5 inches free. Fit the starter handle. Engage the spring hook in the notch of the starter cover and press the pulley wheel into place. Fit the washer. Refit the locking spring. Check that it's correctly located in the groove. Pull out the rope and fit it in the notch in the pulley wheel. Rotate the pulley wheel 4 turns. Let the rope wind slowly onto the starter pulley. Check the spring tension by pulling the starter rope out to its full length. It must then be possible to rotate the starter pulley for a further half turn anti-clockwise. If not, the spring is over-tensioned, and the spring tension must be released by 1 turn. Fit the starter cover. Before replacing the fuel filter, always empty the tank completely. Carefully remove the grommet. Pull out the filter and replace it with a new one. Fit the filter back into the tank, ensuring the filter is located at the bottom of the tank. Press in the grommet. After filling the tank, check for leakage from the grommet. To replace the leaf springs, remove the 4 pressure plates. Remove the 2 end stop brackets and rest the tank on the filter housing. Remove the leaf springs. The leaf springs are marked R for right and L for left. The right-hand side of the machine is where the fan cover is located. Place the right leaf spring into position and fit the 2 pressure plates. Note that the top left pressure plate is held in place with 2 screws, and the radius of the pressure plate facing outwards. Place the left spring into position and fit the 2 pressure plates. Fit the 2 end stop brackets to the leaf springs and the tank. Check that the leaf springs function properly. When a carburetor has been replaced, the spare part carburetor has to be adjusted. Carefully close the L adjustment screw until it's stop. Make sure not to over-tighten. Then open the screw 2.5 turns. Then close the H adjustment screw carefully and open it 3 turns. With the machine mounted on a tamping pad, place the machine in a bed of sand. Start the machine and warm it up for 1 minute with a moderate throttle, but without engaging the hammer mechanism. If necessary, choke the machine slightly to keep it running. With no choke and the engine idling, press down the handles and engage the hammer mechanism. Giving full throttle, the engine should accelerate instantly. If it doesn't, open the L adjustment screw in steps of a quarter turn until instant acceleration is obtained. With full throttle, press down the handles and engage the hammer mechanism. Let the machine run under load for at least 1 minute. If the engine speed is constant, the adjustment is correct. If the engine speed drops, open the H adjustment screw in steps of a half turn until constant engine speed is obtained. This concludes the servicing of the Cobra Mark I, the petrol-driven breaker that sets new standards in ergonomics, power and versatility. Offered to you by Atlas Copco.